So Solstice, are you excited to do this?
Yes.
I'm trying to think, when did we finish Cinders? Was it like the beginning of this year or was it the end of last year?
One of those.
It's towards the end of last year, I think. And so I was looking forward to this game. And I was gonna play it, but then I wasn't sure when was the right time to play it. And I don't know when it occurred to me, but like, you know, it'd be fun to do this as a stream, and then we'll do our choices based on what people say in the chat. Because, I don't know, it's a nice community effort. And for some reason the time on my laptop's wrong. It's saying it's an hour earlier than it actually is. That is slightly annoying. So Solstice is... I don't know if they've had more games than just Cinders, but it's another game by MoaCube. And it's a visual novel in the same style. As you can see, the opening screen's pretty similar. You have the animated background, all that good stuff. Looks very pretty, very lovely.
There's no pretty person.
We can get rewards at some point, but I don't know what that actually entails. Options... Yeah, I guess 1366 by 768 is the best we can get on this. And, yeah, let's look at the credits real quick. We haven't begun the game yet, but we'll take a look. I really do hope it's as good as Cinders. Cinders was a lot of fun to play through.
I liked it.
And I kind of want to go back and play a little bit more of that, because remember the ending we got to the game?
Yeah,
it was kind of like messed up. Did I ever say that? I don't think I ever did, because I went back later on and I figured it out.
Oh, you did?
But it was like the recording software made the ending glitched.
How?
I don't know, but it made us get a totally different ending than we should have. And it was really weird, because
I was so disappointed.
I played it back without the editing, not the editing, the recording software, and it was completely fine. So I don't know what that was all about. Just very strange stuff in general. And yeah, Solstice, it takes place in some wintry land, and I think we have like this mystical place over here, which is protected by some kind of bubble. Don't really know what that's all about, but I think it protects it from the cold.
I want one of those.
And why are plants growing out here? Is this like a steam pipe? And somehow they're growing around it?
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll have to find out in the game itself. I would get started, but I'm just waiting to see if a few more people show up. That way it's just better for any decisions we make. Otherwise, you have sole control over the choices we make in this game. That's a lot of power.
Oh man, a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, and that means if we do end up dying, which I don't know if you can die in this game or not, it's gonna be your fault. But that's fine. If there is an option to die, we'll probably do multiple playthroughs then. And I think we're probably gonna get started soon.
Sounds good to me.
Or people may show up as the stream goes on. I don't know. We'll see. But usually the first decisions aren't in the beginning of the game anyway, so there should be some time. How's it going?
Hello.
Okay. And this should tell us, because when I start the new game, we'll see how long it takes for that screen to change. Wow, that's a very loud sound. Ooh, who's this? We have a mysterious speaker.
Is it me?
I'll do the mysterious speakers unless we figure out who they are, and then we'll decide.
Okay.
So odd. I could have sworn I heard voices.
I guess that's me.
I guess that could be you in this case then, sure.
Perhaps it was the wind. Yes, it must have been. If only that damn caravan driver actually did what he was paid for.
Did like the caravan get them stranded out in the middle of the like the Arctic tundra? Because that would be terrible.
I have to turn around, you know. I have a wife, you know. Where I come from, his wife would be ashamed, you know.
I guess so.
And the Chancellor. I wonder when she last did any actual field work. I bet she's lounging in that big warm chair of hers right now on a thick warm carpet. Bloody odds is it freezing, but I can't give up now.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a fun place to be.
No.
I wonder if the whole planet's like this, or they're just in a specific region.
I don't know. Human lives and our reputation are at stake. Besides, it should be right across this valley. Wait, there it is! The Jewel of the North.
Oh, there it is, that thing we've been seeing the whole time. Yeah, very pretty looking.
It's beautiful.
That it is. I like how there's the shooting stars every once in a while I can see in the top.
I want to see the Aurora Borealis in real life.
That would be pretty cool. I've never seen it anyway.
I could have stared at the schematics all I wanted, and I still wouldn't have been able to imagine this. That dome doesn't look familiar, though. The others must have added it. The others.
Added it? Alright, sure.
No matter. I can't just stand here and stare. These pipes must be part of the system. They're so warm.
Okay, so that is it. The pipes are just warm, and that's why the plants are growing around it.
Maybe I could take a short break before I continue. Just for a brief moment.
Yeah, it might be a full sense of security, though. Have to be careful with that.
What happened?
What the heck?
Did you just teleport? Oh, hello.
Alright, that other person vanished, though? That was really weird.
I don't know.
Kind of looks a little out of place. He looks like he's dressed for a warmer climate than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, look, he's not wearing a
Didn't
coat.
come prepared. Oh wait, I didn't read his line, did I? Did he say something? Or was it just ... Oh, he did say huh. Huh? I'm pretty sure I heard someone. I was getting too entranced in the way he looked like. And who's this then? It's another mysterious speaker. Is it just him?
I don't know. His name is Galen.
Yeah.
But I don't think the girl has a name.
Alright, so it's a girl, I'm gonna assume.
Then maybe it's time to wake up? You're almost there. Oh.
Nana Gade? Is that you? Am I dreaming?
I didn't realize that. I didn't think about it. That
Gade?
Gade would be in it too.
Whoa, it's the same person.
Yeah. Aw,
Well, that's really weird.
hi. You are definitely not dressed for this weather. So it would seem.
Well, that's kind of weird. She's in the same, well, it's a different game, but she's like the same person in a different game.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's a related universe?
I guess so.
That'd be interesting. That would explain why I'm not freezing. And your clothes? No offense, Nana, but you're not exactly who I hope to see.
Really now? And who precisely would you have preferred?
Was that her name in the other game as well?
It was
'Cause they just told her-
Madame, so she might be his, like, Nana, like maybe his grandma.
I don't know. Well, whatever. Alright, let's see. I'm sorry. It's just, this caravan couldn't go any slower, and the nights are so cold in the north. I hoped you'd be the driver announcing we arrive at the gates. That, or something more entertaining.
I'm afraid this is not one of those dreams.
You can only be so lucky. That's alright. I'm glad to see you anyway. How are things back home? Ooh. Oh, we're gonna get a choice, I
okay.
think, then. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing they did in Cinders.
How should I know? I'm a figment of your imagination.
Really? So, this is just a dream, how... Alright! It's voting time! Is this gonna be annoying, wonderful, or sad? Let's see, I have to keep track of how many people we have then. That way I can count to what's in the majority. I think we're just gonna go with wonderful.
Okay.
And, yes, if other people do vote later, I'm sorry, but hey, you can probably tell how delayed this was after all, so you can get my point in this. We're gonna say wonderful.
Oh no, she changed
Oh
her
no!
vote!
Wait! Can we rewind? No, we can't rewind. Oh, you can't rewind in this game. I swear, you
As
just...
soon as we clicked it,
you said it
changed your
just
vote.
as we were voting, so sad. Anyway, if that's the case, all I should have to do is this. I've got it. I wish that you knew the answer to my question.
Yet I still don't know it. You are easily swayed by your own imagination. Broad vision and the courage to wish for more can pave the road to greatness. But only when they are accompanied by the will to act. Otherwise, they are nothing but illusions, turning dreamers into sleepers.
Huh. Well, thanks for the advice. Even though it is a bit cryptic, you seem very serious about all this.
I'm simply concerned about my favorite people. Just remember that some mistakes are not worth making.
Well, alright. Thanks for the advice. Weren't you the one who taught me that I shouldn't be afraid to experiment with which route I choose to follow? Yes, this is what this game is for. It's a game where you experiment with different routes.
Just do what must be done and come back home, and keep your secrets safe. They likely sent someone as well.
They?
The others.
I never like when they say they in that manner. That's just always trouble.
Now wake up.
Wake up. Daydreaming again? The caravan driver. I'm assuming that was a man? Do we remember? Oh, well, I didn't read it either way. Wake up, doctor. What? Why have we stopped? Are we there? Almost. The dog's found someone in the snow. She's still breathing. Damn lucky if you ask me. It's gonna be that person that was just walking before.
Mm-hmm.
And here I was complaining about an uneventful journey. Let me get my things. Well, prologue, the arrival. Well, that sounds a bit ominous. Alright, since we get to the prologue, and obviously this is behind by a bit, should we try to figure out what's going on?
Okay.
Here, I'll save, just in case. Okay. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Ooh, a nice little picture book. I like
I was
this.
trying to keep them entertained. I asked how their week was.
Ah, very good. You do a good job of that. 10 days and 10 nights of shivering, of chattering teeth, of freezing my butt off. At long last, I had arrived. The city of ice, jewel of the north, smelled of wet dog sweat and tears. Wow, it sounds absolutely lovely, doesn't it? When the gates closed, the city became a winter fortress. No other caravan would arrive for the next 3 months. For better or worse, I'd spend these months with those who didn't leave for the winter, those with reasons to stay through the cold. Alright, that's interesting. The loneliness got to me fast. The doctor I replaced left 2 weeks before I came. I didn't even have a chance to speak with him. My patient didn't make for a good conversation either. She hadn't regained consciousness since we found her in the raging blizzard. Eventually I decided to tour the city to see if its inhabitants were as interesting as I imagined them to be. The caravan pilot was my first choice. A strong silent type. Not much of a conversationalist, but she had done her job well, so thanks were in order. Ooh, look at this.
It looks nice and warm in here.
It does. Wow, now it's still massively behind, I can tell. Oh wait, it just jumped. Did it?
It looked like it.
Oh well. I guess we'll just continue along and see what happens. Thanks. Ooh, you comb? You brought us here alive? Frozen, but alive. Who would have thought?
I don't know. The other one looked almost dead to me.
Her? Oh, fortune's on her side. She'll be fine. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Really? He said that. Alright, I guess so.
Thanks, but I'd rather not. I trust nobody, and I'd be a fool to change that.
Oh, and why's that?
Trust is a luxury we, living in the North, can't afford. Maybe it's different for you Southerners, but I make no exceptions.
Trust no one. Oh no, we have a choice. So it's a matter of how far behind are we, and should we continue trying to do it this way?
I guess we can try for this one.
We can try it one more time since we just started, I guess. So, let's see. I'm gonna just type in chat to see how things are going. That's good. We are waiting for a choice.
We are a choice.
Oh no, we are a choice. I typed wrong. We're waiting. I mean, we're waiting for a choice. That was perfect. Delay. The best part of that is you'll get to hear that joke twice. Once in chat, and then again when we actually make it.
Well, now we're at the choice anyway.
We are at the choice. So, yeah. How do we want to conduct ourselves here? Do we trust no one? I don't know.
I don't know much about the North.
We don't know.
So maybe it's reasonable, as Sydney has said, a reasonable attitude.
I think we should take a reasonable approach to this. Like, let's not be overly judgmental.
Right.
But, like, the other choices here, not very social of you. You know, aside from the whole trust factor, you know, I don't think we should come out attacking this woman. And the last option, make an exception for me, sounds
Annoying.
whiny.
Yeah.
Like a little whiny. Like, oh, please make an exception for me. I promise, you'll love it. So, I do think that's the most reasonable decision we could make. So I think that's the one we're gonna do.
All right.
Let's do it. I guess the way this is actually gonna be handled is rather than a poll, it's whoever says it first gets the decision.
Sydney.
And Sydney does seem to be the fastest, as well as like the delay might be affecting people variously. I've seen that happen before, and it's really annoying. Can I add you on Steam? Oh yeah, sure. If you wanna add me on Steam, just tell me what your name is like later on after the stream's finished. Let's see. My favorite aunt taught me the same thing.
Would that be Gade?
Still, aren't you a bit young to have so little faith in others, friend?
Oh my
I have
God,
to admit
shut
though,
up.
I don't really play a lot of stuff on Steam. But yeah, you can add me. Doesn't make a difference.
To think otherwise would be foolish. Fools don't grow old in this city. Friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, this city really is something else.
You Southerners always do that. When you get uncomfortable, you switch to some benign topic.
Well, maybe it's because we don't want some awkward confrontation, which you're kind of pushing for.
Still, you're right. This place is special.
You even agree with us. Come on. It looks lovely, this place.
I
Look at
know,
it.
I really like the architecture, and I really love the swinging lamp. It's the most beautiful thing ever.
Yes, look at that pose he's doing. Like, hey, come on. A utopian garden in the middle of an icy desert? Incredible. I wonder how it's done. Some kind of magic, I'm guessing?
Look up.
Oh. I had a feeling it had something to do with that huge sparkly dome. What a sight. Really? Interesting. I wonder what went into making it.
Oh, he's taking notes.
This reminds me a bit of Chrono Trigger. I don't know if you remember that game.
I remember it.
When
but
they
I
had
don't
the city in the
remember.
sky. And, like, it was a wintry wasteland below.
Mm-hmm.
It was like in like the ancient times or whatever.
Yeah. What in the spirits are you doing?
Just making some notes on it. It's a habit I picked up during my studies. And done.
Okay.
Important clues and bits of information are stored in your case files. Ooh, so like it's a mystery kind of? That'd be cool.
Oh.
I like that.
How can you people appreciate anything with your noses stuffed in your notepads? The real thing is right in front of you.
Oh yeah, sure thing. Yeah, I think I've seen your name before, by the way. Huh, I have no idea. I guess that unnerving humming sound comes from the dome, too.
You'll get used to it. Everybody does. That's how this place works. It makes you accept things.
Really now? Is there a story in there you'd like to share with me?
We'll spend the next 3 months locked away from the world, seeing the same faces each day. Don't worry, by the time the winter season passes, you'll have heard more stories than you can handle.
Sounds like fun. I can handle a lot. Tell me, am I right in thinking you're not originally from here?
We're in a technological wonder raised in the middle of an icy desert. If there's anyone in the city who's actually from here, it's me.
But are you?
I come from the tribes who inhabited this land long before this crazy contraption was built. The less said about them, the better.
Really? That's interesting. I want to learn more about this. If you miss something important, you can always rewind the game. Use the mouse wheel or the up arrow. Well, it's going to be the mouse wheel since I don't have the keyboard with me.
Now, please, leave me alone. I'm busy.
Alright then, I guess you're going to leave her alone. Yeah, seriously. Yukon was as cheerful and perky as a sledgehammer. I wonder what the meaning of her name is in her native tongue.
Ooh, I want to know too.
I wonder if we're going to have to... Oh, something tells me it's attitude.
Oh.
Well, she certainly has plenty of it. She was right about one thing, though. The girl we found was in really bad shape. Frankly speaking, she was lucky to be alive. What madness made her venture through the icy desert on foot? I have to ask when she woke up. Luckily for me, the next person I met was in a much better condition. Call me superficial if you'd like. Oh. Good morning, officer. Why was I summoned here? Am I being arrested? Oh yeah, we could save at any time. That I know. Kasaya. No, nothing like that. Oh, too bad.
Okay.
So you're the new doctor. I want to welcome you to our city. My name is Kasaya. I'm the chief of the guards. You remember the captain of the guard from Cinders?
I liked him.
He is no match for the captain of the guard in Cinders.
He doesn't have enough belts.
No. He is lacking in the belts department. Not enough.
He has those strappy things for his, armor things, but they are not belts.
Nope, not good enough. Thank you. Glad to be here. Pardon my boldness, but you look different from other guards. I've noticed a few around the market, and they have these really fancy uniforms. Those are the private security of the merchant families, staying behind over the true winter to protect their precious district. The city guard is a separate entity. Alright. Honestly, I couldn't care less about a fancy uniform. Before I got this job, I used to be a sellsword. Experience taught me simple attire is what works best. Besides, you don't look like our last doctor either. Where's your white coat? Good point. I guess it's not the clothes that make the man. Exactly. In any case, I hope your coming here will prove worthwhile. Oh yes, I'm sure it'll make a huge boost to my career. It might. At the very least, you can spend your contracted time analyzing the locals. I wonder where we're supposed to be right now. I see there's weapons in the back. I don't think this would be the doctor's office.
The jail cell behind
Could
us?
be the jail cell. Maybe it's the prisoner's cell or
Well,
whatever.
didn't he say oh, you asked me to come here? Am I under arrest? So I guess it's his office or whatever.
I guess so. I'm sure you'll find them odd, eccentric, and generally unstable enough to be worthy of research. Ooh, We have another decision. So let's see. What do we think about this one? Who said that crazy is bad? Well, that's a good point. Crazy's not necessarily bad. Eccentricity could be amusing. And you are saying it doesn't seem like he's acting odd to me in particular. What about you? Yeah, it's hard to judge him based on what we've seen so far. And hardly surprising, well, I guess it's kind of true that maybe you have to be somewhat eccentric to live in this mystical dome in the middle of a polar region. I mean, that would make sense to me. You probably have to be an eccentric person. Because it also says that most people don't come from here. They've traveled from somewhere else.
And they don't stay for the true winter, but these people did.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So you'd have to be some kind of eccentric to do that, I suppose. I don't know. Let's see. Looks like people are getting caught up to the choice, so we'll see what they say.
Sydney, what'll it be? You're always the first one.
Will Sydney still be the first, I wonder? There could be competition, we don't know. I guess if I had to pick, I would lean towards... Maybe Who Said Crazy's bad, but
Keep
I don't know.
Keep it lighthearted.
That's just my pick.
No one's giving any suggestions.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes it's further behind on various ends, and for me, it's considerably behind. For other people, it might be even more so, and that's the problem. That gets somewhat annoying. But I'll give it a few more seconds, and here we go. No, it's no problem with you being the only decision. It's because it's just very delayed. And you can kind of tell from whenever you actually type that to when you hear us talking now, saying, oh yeah, someone just typed something. So it's totally fine that you said that, and I kind of agree with that as well. So I think I'll go with that for now. One day what I'll do is I'll see if I can get my Twitch account working again, because I have to figure out what the password is. And then, like, it should be fine. But for now, we just kind of put up with this. Which is sad, but we'll see. A crazy workplace. I wouldn't have it any other way. Nice to see a newcomer who isn't depressed, broken, or running away from something for a change. I can only hope I won't flip and join the party. About that. Remind me to tell you what happened to the previous doctor. I had a bad feeling about that. Well, anyway, have a good stay in the city, and feel free to drop by the guardhouse if you want to chat. Yeah, that's true. In Cinders, we had a lot of choices we could make about where to go and who to talk to.
Yes.
Most of the times we did go to the guard captain. I should warn you, not to cause any trouble, but somehow I feel we'll get along just fine. Thanks. Likewise. See you around. Well, he seems like a friendly chap. I already had a good feeling about Kasaya. I'd always felt uniforms and a sense of humor were the perfect combination. Maybe being stuck in this place for 3 months wouldn't be as boring as I thought. My next destination was a local bathhouse. I didn't have time to daydream in the tubs, but I couldn't resist at least dropping by and saying hello. The hostess, as it turned out, was even more friendly than the guard. Ooh, let's see. Well.
She's pretty.
Indeed.
Good day, traveler. Allow me to welcome you to our city and to my bathhouse.
Well, thanks for the welcome. Thank you. Please don't be offended by my question, but how come people were so eager to have a look at me on my way here? They were watching from their windows. This is a big city. Am I a tourist attraction of some sort? An oddity? Or is there something on my face?
I can say with absolute confidence that there is nothing wrong with your appearance. It is very pleasing to the eye.
Oh, well, thank you. It's very forward of you.
And being in charge of the bathhouse, I have plenty of physical specimens for comparison.
Wow, she is incredibly bold. I have to say though, I really like the design of this bathhouse. Very pretty.
I like her clothes and her jewelry and her eyes and her hair.
That's true. That's very pretty as well.
And her body.
Alright, so you really like her. That's good to know. So you see people without makeup or clothes. That must be revealing.
A little too revealing at times. I have always considered myself a bit of an expert on well-being and beauty. I know how to help people's true inner beauty shine. But there are moments when I see that some things get hidden for a reason, and should probably stay that way for the benefit of us all.
So I'm exceptionally handsome, and that's why people stare at me. Is that what you're saying?
It isn't just that. The weather will cut the city off from the world for 3 months. Aren't you curious about the people you'll be stranded with?
Well, that is true. Being stranded with the same people for 3 months.
I die.
How many people are in the city?
They are just as curious about you, especially as so few of us stayed for the dead season. And since you look so alluring...
Maybe I should take the chance to look at this for once. See what happens. Let's see. Constance, the bathhouse owner. City's sophisticated, if overly seductive, expert on beauty and well-being. Yeah, I could tell. Guess we'll just look at everyone real quick. A mercenary before he became chief of the guard. And Yacone, I guess, probably pronouncing it wrong. It originates from the tribes that inhabited the North's frozen wastelands. Okay, pretty cool.
I read that.
Seems reasonable to me. And you're right, I am curious. So what do I do now? Find my own window to observe people from?
I'd be glad to formally introduce you to everyone here if you'd like.
Well, that'd be nice of you. I love curtsying. No way in hell. I prefer personal to formal. So basically, I think each of these is going to be a no. Like, this is a sarcastic way of saying no. This is just outright saying no, and this is, yeah, we'll do it ourselves, basically.
Yeah, I would think that I would say I would prefer personal.
Yeah, I don't think this is too much of a choice, so I'm probably just gonna go with this one because either way I think we're just gonna be introducing ourselves.
Okay.
And it's just a matter of being polite to her versus kind of being sarcastic or rude. So I'll go with the polite thing. I prefer to speak freely with people without hiding behind archaic rules. I think if
That
it's...
sounds kind of rude.
That was kind of rude after all. True.
Doesn't sound like it would be.
I was gonna say, I think for like most of the major decisions we'll probably wait on at least, but that one seemed kind of basic to me, but I don't know. Sometimes they're misleading. Yeah, without the archaic rules, probably not the best thing to say. Well, she likes us regardless, so whatever.
You should come to the bathhouse more often then. This is the place where people relax and speak their minds.
If that's the case, I'll definitely be back. Oh hey, and Sydney liked personal formal as well, so mission accomplished. I was beginning to think that people were chatty and warm here in the north. Back in the Isles, we partied whenever there was a newcomer. Because it was the polite thing to do, yes, but mostly because parties are fun. Also true. Constance seemed like a woman used to a more sophisticated type of entertainment. Wait, is that the word for it? And I must admit, her perfume smelled amazing.
Man, is there anything that's bad about her?
No, she's just the perfect woman.
So jealous.
But I started to wonder, what did folks in the city do when they wanted to have fun? I guess watching the dome could be an entertaining, if nauseating, pastime. And there was always sulking other people. At least, that's what I thought until I met Sem. Not the most social fellow.
I want to meet Sem.
He was also a dog person.
Like a person who likes dogs, or like a person who's half dog?
Uh-oh, I didn't think about that. We'll see.